together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, I would say we have a full slate to go over, but we don't. We just don't. We have 8 games to go over in the MLB for today, and that is it.
We have 9 games. Is there one missing a line?
I believe there is one missing a line.
Okay.
Because which one's missing a line? Did I just completely miss one? Or
And technically, you only have 7 typed up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're missing Colorado, Arizona. Right? Are we?
There's no Arizona pitcher.
There it is. That's why. All right, cool.
And then
Now
there's no pitcher for there's no pitcher for Pittsburgh.
That's right.
That's why you only have 7. Although Pittsburgh's a play today.
Yeah, and we'll get into that. But actually, we probably won't get into that because there's no pitcher for him. And even though I'm projecting Quinn Prester for Pittsburgh today against Carlos Carrasco. But, we have the lines that we have, and that's what we're going to go over. So, my bad, 7 games to go over for today. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. For me, it was, the definition of mid, because I finished down 0.04 units. It was practically a break-even day for me. Baseball finished 9-9, up 0.3 units. Detroit first 5 was a loser. Washington team total over 4.5, never in doubt. Oakland, Washington over 9.5, never in doubt. Minnesota first 5 money line winner, full game money line winner, but the loss of the team total over. The Cubbies first 5 was a loser. Miami first 5 plus a half was a loser. Full game money line, never in doubt. Never. That was, I think, that was the first time in I don't remember how long they said, where multiple teams came back from 4+ run deficits in the 9th inning in a long time. And actually, I saw a stat last night, went up at least 5 runs in the 9th inning. The Oakland Athletics last 50 years were 1,193 and now. Went up 5+ runs in the 9th inning. Ouch. Milwaukee, Chicago, first 5 under 4 was a winner. Texas first 5 was a loser. Padres first 5 was a winner. They blew the full game, so the full game money line was a loser. The split bet on Colorado was a double loser. Got Seattle first 5. They blew it in the 10th, or they tied it up in the 9th. I had a little bit of hope, and then they blew it in the 10th. And then the Mets first 5. The Mets won a baseball game. Imagine that. That was really nice to see last night. The Mets winning a baseball game. But so that was baseball. The NFL has continued to be a struggle. I'm usually the NFL preseason is really strong for me. Just week 1 just didn't get off on the right foot, and it ended on the wrong foot as well. Went 1-2 yesterday. Kansas City first half -1 was a loser. The first half over 21 was a winner, though. And San Fran got blown out. So that was a loser, -4, down 0.88 units there. But CFL this week was probably the best. This is, I think, actually the second best CFL week I've had all year. I went 2-1 last night, which closed out a 10-1 week 10 in the CFL. Toronto team total over was a winner. Full game over was a winner. Full game over hit in the first half, which was really nice to see. Unfortunately, Toronto scored 28 points in the first half and did not cover the -6. So that was fun there. But overall, yesterday finished 12-12, down 0.04 units. So, yeah.
Well, we were getting close to being even. Yesterday completely buried us. We're now, I believe, down 8 units in 8.08 units in the month of August. And it doesn't help that yesterday we were down 7.21. It was just, we split out on soccer. Got Chelsea plus a 0.25s, lost out on Brentford. Lost on Detroit. Split on the Nationals game with the over and the run line. Nationals came all the way back and won. Didn't matter. Didn't cover the run line. Cubbies, probably somebody will mention the Sunday trend, whatever. Marlins was probably the only game that really went well for us. Coming back in the ninth inning from that one, that was nice. Houston run line, loser. My one winner in the WNBA was the over in Chicago, and it barely got there. Got hooked by the Fever. I had them plus 10.5. They lose by 11. Really just a bad beat in San Fran. We had them -4. They lost 34-7, so that one was close. Texas loses in the 10th inning. San Diego blows a lead. Colorado, yikes. I don't know why I trust the Phoenix Mercury. The over was nowhere near in the Aces game. At least you got your over in the CFL game. It was just overall a rough day, down 7.21 units. Luckily, it's a nice small slate today, and kind of take it easy on today's card. You're muted.
Yep, I was muted because I was opening up my drink. I only have one play locked in so far for today, so I don't know how much action I'm going to have on today, but that's fine.
We'll head to the chat, and then we'll start breaking down the slate.
Yep. What happened to the 49ers play? Get this. We lost. We lost the play. I'm sorry we are not 100% perfect on everything we say on this channel. I'm sorry, viewers. We do not hit at a 100% rate. If that makes you want to unsubscribe, I'm sorry. We are not fortune tellers. We are not time travelers. We're not going to get every game right. Is that what you wanted to hear? All right, cool. Morning Twins, Cash Amin, 6 leg, same game parlay. There you go. Mets in the over. Alonso, Olsen, and Riley all to get a hit. And Lindor over half a run or RBIs at plus 900. Nice. There you go. Good morning. Put a 1/5 of a unit on the Mets. Can't believe they pulled through. It was beautiful. Cubs let us down. Same as the Astros. Yeah. Good morning, gentlemen. That is not that this will lead to any ridiculous comments by Tim, but I received my Michigan tickets for September 2nd. Tim, anything you would like to make a comment on this?
ECU money line.
Okay. There you go. That's totally not rash, totally not crazy. All right, cool.
No, to be honest, they probably get blown out.
Yeah. Trey Lance is terrible, and you picked him to be an awesome quarterback from Purdue O'Connell. Cool. What's good, fam? What's good, Markel? Whoa, you lost a preseason play. I know, right? How did that happen? Preseason's a lock. I know. Crazy. Yeah, you guys suck. Yeah, we're terrible. Yeah, go for it, buddy. You can do it. Just like your Phillies play yesterday. Just like the Phillies play you commented on my video yesterday.
I'll say, Neutral Way, it's nice to see you again. I think we missed seeing you for 3 months now. We figured you went broke, but apparently you're back with more money. So good luck to you.
There we go. Houston Astros. We'll kick it on off here for some baseball rather than addressing people in the chat there. -140 with the Astros with a total of 8 in this game. Well, let's get into it here. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot between Valdez and Garrett. This line opened up at -140. It did get down to a -131. And actually, I got all the way up to a -149 at one point. It sits at a -137. So a small line movement towards Miami. Line opened up at a 7.5 at -120. It's now up to an 8. So a move towards the over and a move towards Miami slightly. Let's take a look at the line history, see if it reflects the line movement towards Miami and the line movement towards the over in this one here. Let's switch on my action network to MLB, where we have 56% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the over. So that makes sense there. 53% of the tickets and 78% of the cash is on the Marlins. That makes sense there. So the line moving towards the Marlins, the line moving towards the over, and that's where the bigger bets are coming in as well. Let's switch over to the 14th here for Ballpark Pal. Let's see what type of hitting conditions we have for today's slate. Lone Depot Park, -6% runs, -11% home runs, +1% doubles, triples, -3% singles. We have only one stadium today that has a runs percentage higher than 5%. Everything else is +5% or lower. So not a lot of expected runs for today. We have Valdez and Garrett here. Valdez with a 6.10 ERA, 1.23 whip the last 30 days, 8.13 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 2.61 walks per 90, 274 BABIP, but a 5.04 FIP and a 4.10 SIERA. On the flip side here, Braxton Garrett, 5.47 ERA, 1.38 whip, 8.76 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%. 1.46 walks per 90, 360 BABIP, but a 3.45 FIP and a 3.50 SIERA. The bullpen advantage does go towards Miami here, 3.82 FIP, 3.62 SIERA compared to 5.43 and 4.4. Both these teams are above average facing left-handed pitching. The Astros are number 2 in baseball, 143 WRC plus, which is second, and the Miami Marlins have 102, which is 16th. I think this plays a little bit to an over in this game. The line's moving that way. These are two pitchers where Valdez, I don't trust as much anymore. He is coming in off or his numbers have not been good at the last 30 days, and that includes a no-hitter, which is rather concerning. And it sucks because I have a Cy Young ticket on Mr. Valdez here, but he's coming in off of an appearance where he gave up 6 earned runs. Granted, it was in 7 innings, so he did go 7 innings in that game, but he gave up 6 earned runs against Baltimore. However, I do think actually Miami's offense against lefties are better. Or no. Baltimore hits lefties better than righties, so no, never mind. I was going to say Miami's offense is better than Baltimore's right now. Against righties, it kind of is. Against lefties, it's not. I think this game plays to an over. I think the Astros are able to put up runs on the board as well. What type of number you can get? Wow, you can get 4.5 at plus money here for the Astros team total against a lefty here. I think I just want to play the full game over 8 though in this spot at even money. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to grab the 8 here with the over.
Yeah, I kind of looked at this one. Yeah, Framber's been. We expected last game from Framber against Baltimore after his no-hitter. So I kind of expected him to have a flat spot. Maybe this is a bounce back. One of the things that, and I'll end up going with the over with you, and the main reason why is I looked at some of the numbers for Braxton Garrett. His home road splits are pretty bad. Mm-hmm. On the road, 4-1 with a 2.68 ERA and 57 innings pitched. At home, 2-2 with a 5.4 ERA and 60 innings. So slightly 3 innings more, and his ERA is double, which is not really ideal. He hasn't been all that good as of late. Although, I will say the Marlins win his starts. They've won 8 out of his last 10 starts. So at least they're winning his starts. I like the over with you. I think Framber gets hit up a little bit. I have seen the Marlins hit well against lefties. But I'm going over with you. And it's mostly fading Braxton Garrett that was quite solid in the beginning of the year. He's not as strong now. No. So time to fade a little bit. Let's take the over. Over 7.5 at -115. That's where we'll start off today's card.
Yeah, and I mean Braxton Garrett is actually somebody that you could expect a little bit of positive regression. When I look at this game, I think it is Marlins or nothing if I'm looking to bet the side. But the way the Astros are playing right now, I have really no interest.
Yeah.
There we go. I faded his mom. Burned. Yeah. Morning, gentlemen. Morning. Neutral way. You should buy the picks so you can fade them totally. Yeah, I have in the link down in the description below my my cap at only $6.99 a day, and you can fade every single play I put out there. It's a spicy today. Get some money. Yeah. Marlins money line. I can see it. Make a lot of money fading you. Awesome. Cool.
Where were you for the past 3 months?
Yeah.
You obviously went broke, so you obviously haven't been making that much money.
Yeah. I like the Marlins here. Appreciate it. Or so yeah, I would lean that way. Would have been a great night if the 49ers and Aces actually did their jobs. Well, half of my 4 and 6 teamers. That sucks. Probably shouldn't be gambling if you can't afford a loss. Always kind of lean the Nerfy here. Yeah. Usual Nerfy. First 5 over, like me. There you go. Maybe. What is that first 5 over? For this one, it is a 4.5. If it was a 4, I'd be a little bit more interested in that first 5 over. So I can see this being 2-2 at the end of 5. The only thing I'm fading is Tim's name. I am the real Tim. Shout out to Tim Smith.
No, I'm the real Tim.
Okay, fine. Let's have you have your moment. Do you have any comments for this?
I'm Slim Shady. Yeah, I'm the real Slim Shady.
Alrighty then. Rays can't even win a game with their best current pitcher. Yeah, that was rough to see last night. Yeah. We'll move on though. I know you like this game, Tim. You did a free pick video on picks and parlays for this one here. I'm not 100% on board, but we'll get into it here. Atlanta Braves and the New York Yankees in this spot. The Braves are minus 195 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history. I haven't looked too deeply into this game yet. This line did open up at minus 220, and now it's down to a minus 196. So a 24-cent line movement towards the Bronx Bombers in this game. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 115. It is still a 9 at minus 115. Let's see. Take a look at the cash flow in this game. See if it represents a line move towards the Yankees in this spot. In this one, we have 24% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on these New York Yankees. 35% of the tickets and 93% of the cash is on the under in this game. The line's not moved for the total, but the line's moved towards the Yankees, and it's understandably why, because the big bets are coming in on the Yankees. Looks like the sharp money coming in on the Yankees here. Truist Park plus 2%, minus 1% home runs, minus 3% double triples, plus 5% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup in this one here, Max Fried and Clark Schmidt. Max Fried has pitched twice since coming back from the IL. I think this is probably the toughest lineup that he's faced, because he's faced, I believe, the Pirates and the Cubbies. Actually, the Cubbies actually have a decent lineup. Clark Schmidt, 3.67 ERA, 0.96 WHIP, 7.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%. 1.67 walks per 90, 230 BABIP, but a 4.6 FIP and a 4.04 Sierra. On the flip side, Max Fried, 3.6 ERA, 1 WHIP, 10.8 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 0.9 walks per 90, 346 BABIP, a 146 FIP, and a 2.05 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Yankees in this one, actually. 4.17 FIP and a 3.51 Sierra compared to 4.10 and 3.9. The hitting advantage going towards the Braves in this game, 143 WRC plus, which is second, compared to the Yankees 128, which is fifth against lefties. So both these teams are actually hitting pretty well right now, which I think will lend myself a little bit more towards this over in this one. It's kind of interesting that when we look at the betting splits in this one, that 93% of the cash is on the under, and the books have done nothing about it. Let me take a look at what DK has done, because on Bet Online, it's gone up. It went up to a minus 125 at one point, now and it came back down to a minus 115. Let's see what DraftKings did for this total, because it opened minus 112, and it's actually up to a 9 minus 115. I think the over is the play in this game, and if you like the over, I think that potentially the Yankees can get to Clark Schmidt here, and you can get okay, yep, I like it. Yankees team total over 3.5 is minus 122. I'm going to be taking that, and I like the full game over as well at 9 at minus 115. So Yankees team total over 3.5, full game over 9 for me.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick to the Sunday Night Baseball fade, which is going to put me against the Braves and against the Mets today. One of those is plus 183 with the New York Yankees. Yeah, sign me up. I know it's Clark Schmidt. Schmidt.
He's not been bad. He's not been bad.
But you didn't let me finish. But he hasn't been that bad. He's actually been able to drop his ERA. It's in the 4s now still, but he's been allowing anywhere from 1 to 3 runs every single start from his last 9 starts. One appearance was a relief appearance, so I'm not counting that one. So he's been pretty solid. Against Max Fried, who's making his third start since coming back. In those starts, he had a 6-inning, 6 strikeout, 3-hitter, no runs. Second one was 4 runs, 6 hits, 4 innings against the Pirates. I like the Yankees in this one. Just going and fading the Sunday Night Baseball game, which has been quite profitable, especially when you're fading the team that travels. And you also got to keep in mind, how much do the Braves care right now? They are now 27 games over 500, and they pretty much got things locked down. They're the best team in baseball by a decent chunk. Well, not by a decent chunk, but they've got a decent sized lead in terms of MLB and a big lead in the NL. So what's the motivation for the Braves right now? I think their motivation right now is to get to the postseason healthy. Because you look at, I'm pulling up the standings. They are 2.5 games ahead of Baltimore. They're only 4 games ahead of the Dodgers. I will point that out because the Dodgers are on an
Dodgers have been an absolute roll right now.
They're on a big winning streak right now. So, but I will say I do like the Yankees in this one at plus 183. Seeing that you like the team total, I'm going to ride with I'm going to throw up the Yankees as a Sunday Night Baseball fade.
Yeah, and one thing I have been mentioning, and this is why I went with the team total over rather than like a money line or anything like that, is one thing I've mentioned a while, and I've been doing this, and I've been cashing with this for the last week and a half. So what's the best way to fade the Atlanta Braves right now?
Team total overs.
Team total over against. So, yes, that's why I want to do with that, because you're asking this Yankees lineup to only score 4 runs. Plus, this Yankees lineup, it was bad for a while. It looks a lot different with number 99 in it. I will say that lineup is a lot better when you have Judge in the middle of it. And you've started to see they start to hit better with Judge in the middle of that lineup because they have to pitch to the Stantons and the Torreses, and they've been playing better. So, granted, they just lost 7-8 yesterday. So I could see the Yankees losing this game, but losing it 6-5. So
okay.
I can't do the Sunday night fade. It's Clark Poop Stains for the Yankees. No, thank you. Overs and Yanks, possibly, maybe. I don't know, because we aren't talking college football. Fair. Can't wait to fade you. Congratulations. Going Braves minus 1.5. Good luck. And a pass for Goodnight Munchie there. We'll move on to the game that I did a free pick video on last night. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Oakland Athletics. The Cardinals are minus 200 favorites in this game with a total of 8.5. Let's get into the line history in this spot here between Miles Michaelis and JP Sears. Line opened up at a minus 190. It got up to 200, minus 200, and now it's up to a minus 215. So we've had a 25-cent line movement towards the St. Louis Cardinals in this game. Line opened at an 8.5 at minus 115. Now it's an 8.5 at minus 127. So a 12-cent line movement towards this over as well. Let's take a look if the cash flow in this game represents that. As we have 31% of the tickets and 53% of the cash is on the Athletics, yet the lines moved 25 cents towards the Cardinals. And the lines moved up 12 cents. I have no cash flow on the total, but I do have only 16% of the tickets is on the over, and the lines moved towards the over. So tells me maybe this could be a public under, and I might be on yet another over tonight or for today. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal for this one, as we have this game Busch Stadium at minus 1% runs. Plus 8% home runs, minus 7% doubles, triples, minus 2% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, J.P. Sears and Miles Mikolas. J.P. Sears with a 5.19 ERA, 1.42 whip, 8.31 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%. 2.08 walks per nine, a 3.16 BABIP, a 5.57 FIP, and a 4.58 SIERA. On the flip side, Miles Mikolas, 4.08 ERA, 1.19 whip, 6.59 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%. 0.63 walks per nine, a 3.22 BABIP, a 3.47 FIP, and a 4.25 SIERA. The bullpen advantage goes towards St. Louis here, a 3.52 FIP and a 3.69 SIERA compared to a 5 FIP and a 4.62 SIERA. The hitting advantage goes towards the Cardinals here, 126 WRC plus, which is 17th compared to 98, which is 15th for the Athletics here. I do think the Athletics can contribute some runs against Mikolas today. I did play the Cardinal run line last night, though, at minus 105. If you want, I did the free pick video for it last night. If you want the Cardinal run line now, it is still at minus 105, but the money line's gone up to minus 215. I also want to play the over in this game, and I think that this Cardinals team, the one thing that we've seen from the Cardinals this year is they can still hit. The offense is not a problem for St. Louis. It's their pitching. Only 16% of the tickets are on the over, and the lines move towards the over here. And the Cardinals, when we look at what they've done against left-handed pitching the last 30 days, they are a top, top 7 team in baseball, 126 WRC plus. They've been smashing lefties. I think the Cardinals get to J.P. Sears in this game. I like the over, and I'm going to grab the Cardinal team total over 4.5 as well at minus 135. I think this is another high-scoring game. I think we're going to get a lot of overs today, as I have 3 overs to start the day. But yeah, team total over for the Cardinals, minus 135 for 4.5, and the full game over 8.5 at minus 127.
Yeah, I kind of looked at this one and just I'm not super interested in this game. I don't want to back Miles Mikolas at minus $2. Although he's been better as of late. The only problem is, Nick, what aren't the Cardinals doing when he pitches?
Scoring runs?
Winning games.
Winning games? Hey.
They've lost 4 straight and 8 out of his last 10 starts, which is just telling me that he's, well, granted, one of them he went 0.2 innings and left with injury, but it's just telling me that he's not getting a run support. And looking up and down and saying, no, he's not. The most run support he's gotten in a start was 6 and 7, and both of those were losses. I could see an over. Only problem is he's not really getting run support. On the opposite side, you get J.P. Sears. I don't really know how much Oakland's going to be able to do, though. And speaking of J.P. Sears, they've lost 5 out of his last 6 starts. So these are 2 pitchers that are just – their teams are not winning when they pitch. I'm not going after the Oakland Athletics today, and I don't want to lay the price on the Cardinals. This one's a complete stay away from me.
Fair enough. Yeah, it is a tricky game. This is definitely it could be a tricky game, but my numbers point towards St. Louis dominating this game.
And they very well could. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just not wanting to go after it.
Fair enough. Back to the chat then.
A's can be a dog here. Could be. I like the over in the Braves game. I could see that. A's money line is not the only play. A's money line, but it is not one of my plays today. Fair. Pass and LOL St. Louis minus 1.5. Get it, Penger. Good luck. We got 4 games left.
Yeah. We get back to there we go. This one was an interesting one because I was looking over some numbers last night, and one of these teams has gone under in 6 straight games. The Texas Rangers are minus 175 favorites against the LA Angels, total of 8.5 in this game. We have Max Scherzer and Patrick Sandoval for this pitching matchup here. This line has opened up at a minus 165. It's gone up to a 176 for the Rangers here. Line has opened up at a 9, and it's down to an 8.5. So the line moved towards the under, and the line moved towards the Rangers here in this spot. Let's see if the cash flow represents that here as well. And I think they've picked up that one of these teams have gone under in 6 straight games. 67% of the tickets and 99% of the cash is on the under in this game. And then 79% of the tickets and 88% of the cash is on the Rangers. So the line moved towards the Rangers, and the line moved towards the under is justified here. By the way, the Rangers have gone under in 6 straight games, for those wondering. And they've been winning those games. So the Rangers, the one thing I've been saying negative about them, they've proved me wrong on it right now, and that's their pitching. Globe Life Field minus 7% runs, minus 2% home runs, minus 17% double triples, plus 1% singles. For the pitching matchup here, Patrick Sandoval and Max Scherzer. Patrick Sandoval, 1.88 ERA, with a 1 whip, 8.25 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 3.75 walks per 9, a 1.90 BABIP, but a 4.31 FIP and a 4.34 SIERA suggests some negative regression. On the flip side, Max Scherzer has been pretty good as well. 2.73 ERA, 1.03 whip, 9.55 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%, 3 walks per 9, a 2.18 BABIP, a 4.51 FIP, and a 3.97 SIERA. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Rangers here. 4.65 FIP, 3.71 SIERA compared to a 5.31 and a 4.42. Hitting advantage goes towards the Rangers. 117 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to 103, which is 14th. Even though they've gone under in 6 straight games, I kind of lean with the over in this game. The only reason behind that is there's 99% of the cash on the under. But on the flip side, with also a little bit of way to back the over, is both these pitchers have been good, but their advanced stats, their FIPS and their SIERA is suggesting that they're getting lucky and that we could see some negative regression from both of these pitchers. So I would lean over in this game. I lean Rangers in this game as well with Max Scherzer. But it's a pass for me. It's a pretty plain, simple pass. I don't feel like laying this type of price with the Rangers. I do think Scherzer is vulnerable in this game a little bit. I think Sandoval is as well. But it's a no play for me.
It would have to be Texas run line or nothing, and it's not off of the pitchers. It's just off of how these teams are playing. Angels have been awful. One of the worst teams in baseball since the trade deadline. And Texas has been one of the best teams since the trade deadline. And Texas is coming off of a loss, which in extra innings, but it's a loss. Angels have just looked awful. They won yesterday 2-1. Good for them, but this is a team that's just been awful lately. And I don't trust Patrick Sandoval. And of course, Nick, Max Scherzer left New York, so he has to be an ace now again. And since he's left, he's been really good. He's allowed only 4 earned runs in 13 innings. And 3 of those runs were in the first inning that he pitched. And then since then has been lights out. Granted, it was against the White Sox and the Oakland Athletics, but
he's been giving lollipops and unicorns here his first 2 starts.
And I don't think the Angels are much better, but
they are the best lineup he's faced.
They're the best lineup he's faced so far on the Texas side, but I don't see him having a good game. I get seeing over. I just want to stay away from this game completely.
Yeah, no, I don't want to step in front of the Texas unders trend.
Yeah.
But I'm not interested in the under.
This is going to be a very light day.
I have a feeling, yeah. I mean, I've already had 6 plays, but yeah, I can understand that.
I've got 2 so far, and I may have 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. Tariq saying Rangers -1 or Rangers Cardinals parlay. It's not a bad way to attack it. It's partnering them up with the Rangers. Tim, I forgot that not last night, but 2 nights ago, I threw into a group chat. It was only I said I only put $5 on this, but I did a twins parlay with the LG Twins and the Minnesota Twins.
Oh, jeez.
It was plus 166. I mean, the LG Twins were minus 341, but yeah, that's what I do for parlays is the $5 one there. I haven't done many, but yeah. Angels money line, Diamondbacks money line, Padres money line. That's interesting. I was looking a little bit towards those.
We don't have a picture for Arizona yet.
No, we do not. That's my parlay for today. Good luck, Bunchy, there. Taking a nerfy shot with Mad Max. There we go. We'll move on here. This one is an interesting one here. We have the Seattle Mariners and the Kansas City Royals. The Mariners are minus 145 with a total of 8.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this game between Seattle and KC. Line opened up at a 141. It's up to a 144. It did get up to a 147, but it did get as low as minus 133. So a lot of line movement so far in this game. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 105. It's down to an 8.5 at plus 105. So it looks like it could be going down even more, potentially going down to an 8 here. I think we might be seeing those soon. Let's take a look at the line history. We have 43% of the tickets and 54% of the cash is on the Royals, and we have 49% of the tickets and 45% of the cash is on the under in this game. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal in this one here. Between where's this matchup? There we go. Kauffman Stadium. This is the second best hitting conditions on the slate, plus 5% runs. As always, Kauffman Stadium, negative on home runs, minus 28% home runs, but plus 20% doubles, triples, plus 9% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Brady Singer and Logan Gilbert. Logan Gilbert, 3.68 ERA, 1.19 whip, 9.82 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 1.53 walks per nine, a 3.21 BABIP, a 3.37 FIP, and a 3.53 Sierra. On the other side, we have Brady Singer with a 2.94 ERA, 0.86 whip, 8.29 strikeouts per nine, which is 54%. 1.34 walks per nine, a 2.39 BABIP, a 3.29 FIP, and a 3.38 Sierra. The bullpen advantage does go towards Seattle here. 3.41 FIP, 3.31 Sierra compared to 5.45 and 4.85. Slight hitting advantage going towards Seattle here as well. 119 WRC plus, which is 6th compared to 113, which is 9th. My initial lean for this game was looking at the Royals early in this one here. Looking at the Royals' first 5 in this game. Because I don't really want too much to do with that Royals bullpen. I like Brady Singer. I do. I think that he has potential to be this Kansas City ace for a few years to come. And it's plus 118 for the first 5 money line here with KC. Kind of want to see where this first 5 line has gone. It opened up at a 130. It's actually gone up to a 138 for Seattle. So the lines moved towards Seattle there in this spot. I think this is going to end up being a stay-off spot. But it is a lean towards the Royals and a lean towards the under for me.
I feel like this line's a little too short. Doesn't it seem a little short? You get Seattle, who's been playing some really good baseball at less than minus 150, with Logan Gilbert, he's been okay, but you're going up against a team that's 38 and 81, and it's only a minus 145. Doesn't that seem a little short to you?
It does. That's why I'm leaning towards the Royals here. The Royals do. I feel like the more and more I talk about this, the more and more I'm probably going to talk myself on the Kansas City first 5 move here.
I like Kansas City today.
I kind of do too.
Especially with the travel spot of Seattle. They just traveled from Seattle to Kansas City. So it's a little bit of a flat spot.
I like
on the
Logan
road.
Gilbert as well. I like Logan Gilbert. I think maybe the best way to back both these guys is taking the under. I think maybe the best way to doing that is taking this under, which is a 4.5.
If it was in Seattle, I would. I don't know
True.
if I would in Kansas City.
It's a 4.5 for the first 5 total here. I think I'm more interested in that than I am the Royals. Looking at it a little bit here. It's only a lean for me at the moment. Let me take a look at what the market was again. 49% of the tickets and 45% of the cash, and the lines moved down. I feel like the under is the move in this game. That's because both these pitchers have been good.
It just seems a little short. I like the Royals. –
Yeah, I understand liking the Royals here. I truly do. think I like this first 5 under better.
Okay.
More and more I look at it. I'm going to move on that.
And Thomas brings up a good point. They also did play 10 innings yesterday.
Yes. I'm going to sit on this one for a few more minutes. I'll come up with something at the end of the show, but I'm going to sit on this game. I'm bouncing back and forth between Kansas City first 5 and the first 5 under, which could just mean I go ahead and take the Mariners team total under 2.5 first 5, which is minus 150. I can get the Royals first 5 plus a half at minus 123 and the first 5 under 4.5 at minus 118. That might be the move there. Try to throw the needle with an under here.
Good luck.
I'll come up with something here. I want to bet this game, but yeah. LOL KBO. I don't bet KBO. It was just messing around because I saw twins, and I really like the Twins. No O's. Yeah, I like the Royals.
I like
Me too. Me too. Royals for Tariq. Seattle money line for Goodnight Munchie. Royals first 5 for Untouchable. Yes, they traveled and played 10 innings yesterday. Nerfy 2-teamer, Miami and KC. And
Royals did not play yesterday.
They didn't?
Neither did St. Louis.
That's right. They played a 2-game set. All right. That'll decide that for me. Royals not team total. Royals first 5 money line plus 118. Royals first 5 money line plus 118.
Back to another game.
Yeah, I was gonna say no back to the chat because we just went over the chat and I was trying to decide what I wanted. Let's take a look here. Padres and the Orioles. We have Yu Darvish and Grayson Rodriguez minus 135 for the Padres with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement here in this spot. This line's actually gone up. It opened up at a 125. It's up to a 142. A 17-cent line movement towards the Padres here. Line opened up at 8.5 even money. It's now an 8.5 minus 105. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Padres, telling me they believe Grayson Rodriguez is vulnerable in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one, as we have 76% of the tickets and 45% of the cash is on the over in this game. We have 55% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on these Padres here. So the big bet's coming in on the Padres in this one, and the line moving towards San Diego. Taking a look at Ballpark Pal here, we have Petco Park as the worst hitting conditions on the slate, minus 8% runs, 0% home runs, but minus 5% doubles, triples, minus 7% singles. We have Yu Darvish taking on Grayson Rodriguez. Grayson Rodriguez, a 3.45 ERA, 1.08 whip, 7.53 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 3.14 walks per 9, a 269 BABIP, a 274 FIP, and a 4.19 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Yu Darvish with a 2.55 ERA, a 1.22 whip, 9.17 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 3.06 walks per 9, a 283 BABIP, a 4.17 FIP, and a 4.15 SIERA. The bullpen advantage going towards the Orioles here, 3.36 ERA, 3.8 whip, compared to 4.20 and 4.05 for the Padres. Padres do have the hitting advantage here, 103 WRC plus, which is 13th against right-handed pitching. And on the flip side, the Orioles, one thing that they don't scare me with right now is hitting. Because against right-handed pitching the last 30 days, they are 25th in baseball with 86 WRC plus. I can see this as an under. I could see this as an under, potentially in this spot. Line has moved towards the over, I believe, though, lines moved slightly, a 5-cent line movement towards the over, but it has moved towards the over. I think this game is one where Darvish shows, because this Orioles team, I don't think is going to do that much damage, and I'm only looking at the Padres early in this game. I'm looking at the Padres' first 5 in this game. I think Darvish comes out here because one thing we also noticed with Darvish is he's got some pretty significant home road splits, if I remember right.
It's not as extreme anymore.
It's not as extreme anymore. At home, it's not. Yeah,
4.34 on the road, 4.06 at home. So it's kind of evened out.
It's kind of balanced itself out. I still think the Padres are the move. I just want to look at one more thing here before I go ahead and move on the Padres. I want to see what this line has done for the first 5 money line. which it opened up at a 125 and it's up to a 133. So it has moved towards the Padres here in this one. I'm going to move on San Diego early in this game. I can see Baltimore coming back late because this San Diego bullpen's bad. But I'll take the Padres early in this game. First 5 money line minus 133 here for me with the San Diego Padres. And I'm gonna take a wild guess here before Tim even talks. Orioles money line.
I'm just trying to figure out when the books are going to start respecting them, when the books are actually going to learn.
Well, it is a pretty decent pitching advantage for the Padres here.
Yeah, but you still get the Orioles at plus money on the road, where they are 37-22 this year. And I know I keep mentioning this every single day, and it drives you nuts. They are the most profitable team in baseball. They are the most profitable road team in baseball. Neither one of them are specifically close. Because they are the most profitable team in baseball by almost 10 units. They are the most profitable road team by 3 units. The only team that's close to the Baltimore Orioles in terms of road money is the Washington Nationals, who are up 17.5. Yeah, your most profitable road teams are, let's look, way in terms of money, Baltimore, Washington, Cincinnati, Milwaukee, and Houston. Your worst one is the New York Mets. Anyways,
you didn't have to say that.
I didn't, but I saw that I had to say it. Kansas City's down there too with them. I like the Orioles. I've been backing them all year, and they have made the bankroll a lot nicer. So I'm just going to keep continuing to ride them. Orioles money line. Nothing really. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Fair enough. Back to the chat.
Nice rested Kansas City for sure. Yes.
Yes.
I really don't care. O's. I like it. O's and the over looks good. I like the O's today. Yes. Padres. No, thank you. What do you think? Padres was supposed to smack team yesterday, but no. They
won the first 5 yesterday. They did win the first 5 yesterday. Mm-hmm.
They just lost 2 out of 3 to an Arizona team. Oh my God, hold on. Real quick, I'm gonna bring back Padres. What have you guys been doing? Losing 6 out of their last 7 games. The only one that they won was with Blake Snell on the mound. The only games that they've won since August 4th are a game started by Blake Snell and a game started by Blake Snell. No Blake Snell, no win. Anyways, I like the over. I could see the over. I know it's you, Darvish, at home. I don't care. Orioles money line, reverse run line. Yes. And the stats are kind of evened out, so don't worry about you, Darvish, at home anymore. I'm fading the shit of Padres hit or miss teams. Yeah. The Padres are pitiful. I want the Orioles to win. If anything, I'll back the O's. I think the O's are the best team in baseball. I do agree with the Padres' first 5. I could definitely see this one being 2-1 Padres after the 5th, and then finish 9-1 or 9-2. Orioles or something like that. Yo. Not a good day for Joe. Yesterday was awful for me. Yeah, I got it by the
Chiefs.
I'm on the Yankees money line. Yep. And the Giants money line. I kind of like the Giants as well. Rodriguez has looked good. He's looked like their top pitching prospect. That's what he is. And he's looked good. Nick, why not Padres first 5 minus a half?
If I can get a first 5 for less than 145, I will take a shot with that instead of laying the half a run, because I've lost plenty of games laying half a run rather than just laying the money line.
Sounds good.
I want the insurance of the push in there. I'll lay a half a run if it's minus 150 or higher.
Final game of the day, I will mention with the Pittsburgh Mets game, I will be on Pittsburgh. I don't really care. Sunday Night Baseball fade and the Mets suck. Anyways, last game of the day.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Rays and the San Francisco Giants. Rays are minus 130 favorites with a total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. We haven't had too much of a line history in this one because the line did come out this morning. It did open up at 8:23 this morning with the Rays as minus 140 favorites. It's down to a minus 130 now, a 10-cent line movement towards the Giants. Line did open up at an 8 and minus 105. It's now down to an 7.5 and minus 112. So a line move towards the under and a line move towards the Giants in this game, thinking that this bullpen game pitch as well. 59% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the under. 57% of the tickets and 77% of the cash is on the Giants. That explains the line move towards the Giants here, which I'm kind of surprised about because I really like Glasnow. Glasnow, I think, is a bet-on pitcher for me. But first, we'll look at quickly Oracle Park. Not as bad as it usually is. Only minus 1% runs today. Minus 20% home runs, but plus 6% doubles, triples, plus 6% singles. Ryan Walker for the Giants, which is a bullpen game. He will go 1, and he has gotten two-ish innings, 3 innings once this season, so he's not going to be pitching too far into the game. On the flip side, Tyler Glasnow has been downright dominant. 1.67 ERA, 1.85 whip, 10.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 31%. 2 walks per 9, a 242 BABIP, a 252 FIP, and a 2.79 SIERA. Without Shane McClanahan, this is my game 1 starter right here, Tyler Glasnow. The bullpen advantage does go to the Giants in this one here. 3.36 FIP, 3.87 SIERA compared to 4.23 and 3.56. Hitting advantage goes towards the Rays, 115 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to the Giants, 73, which is 29th in baseball right now against righties. I think Tyler Glasnow comes out here and shoves in this spot here. And this bullpen game, if there's teams I trust for the bullpen game, it's these two right here, the Rays and the Giants. These are the two teams I trust with bullpen games here. I think this game is going to be run at a premium here. I think Glasnow goes out here and shoves. Ryan Walker gives us a good 2 to 3 innings, and that bullpen takes care of business for the Giants. I'm on the first 5 under 4 at minus 113 in this game. I think this is the best way to try to back Glasnow today is with this under.
I agree. And I wanted to go after the Giants in this one.
I do.
I know. I just am not high on the Rays right now. Although Glasnow has been like the only good thing for him. Granted, they did just take 2 out of 3 from Cleveland in games that they very well could have gotten swept. Let's be honest. But it's Glasnow, so I understand the under. Glasnow's been great, and not to mention, is Oracle Park correct?
Oracle Park
is awful for hitting.
It's not as bad today as it usually is. Usually it's one of the worst hitting conditions in baseball. It's not today.
But I could easily see this one being a 3 to 1 type of game.
Correct.
I'm going to jump on the under with you, backing Glasnow, who's been great, and I'm okay with the bullpen game for the Giants.
Yeah. Tyler Glasnow is starting to look. Obviously, he's not going to win it, but he's pitching like a Cy Young type caliber pitcher.
He's been out too long.
But he's pitching like a Cy Young caliber pitcher right now. He's arguably the last 30 days, you can make an argument that he's the best pitcher in baseball the last 30 days.
Yeah, I guess.
So, yeah, I think he goes out here and shoves against a team that's ranking 29th in the last 30 days against right-handed pitching. So, really like this under here. And if you want to take a shot with it, I wonder what this is real quick. I'm not going to bet it because it's a 1.5 at minus 110. The Giants team total under for the first 5 innings is a 1.5 at minus 110. So, yeah, we'll head back to the chat here. Good night, Munchie, rocking with those Tampa Bay Rays. Thomas Maggio liking the Rays with Glasnow as well. The Rays, just like the Padres, but I like them here. Yeah. The Rays are on my temporary do not bet list. Let's go orange and black G-Men first 5. San Fran money line there for Panger Life. I have this almost the same theories for first 5 like you, just in case. I like the push. Yes. Yeah, I only lay a minus a half a run when I have to. Yeah. I like the under first 5 with you, Nick. Yeah, I like it. First 5 total has to be low with 7.5. Yes, it is a 4. It is a 4. I prefer 4.5s, but sometimes you can't get too scared about these low unders. I believe yesterday I stayed off the Marlins one, though, which saved me. Stayed off the Marlins one. But you can't be scared of these low totals because sometimes they're just low for a reason. And I think when Tyler Glasnow leaves today, going 7 innings, giving up only 1 run on like 3 hits and striking out 11, then I think they'll be fine. So, yeah. First 5, under 4, first 5, I like it. But that is all the games today. Somehow we made 7 games, 55 minutes long, Tim. Good job. It's probably mostly me, but it is what it is. You know what that means now. All right, we are through all the games. We are through all the chat. So
housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys either like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out all the links. They're all down below. I'm not putting them in the chat today just because I'm currently trying to work on the play of the day for Instagram, because I forgot to work on that as we were going along. I do have a thing for it, or I do have the play that it's going to be. I'm just getting everything, and that'll be over on the Instagram page. Make sure you check out Instagram, check out Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. We appreciate everybody who does follow us over there, because we are trying to grow all the brands. And it does help when more people are over all the other social medias. Do a quick recap because it's a light card. By the way, I do like the Pittsburgh Pirates today once that line comes out. Over in the Marlins game, I like the Yankees money line today. I like the Royals. I like the Orioles and the under in the Rays game. Nick?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Houston, Miami over 8 at even money. I like the Yankees team total over 3.5 at -122. The Yankees and Braves full game over 9 at -115. I'm on the Cardinals -1.5 at -105. Cardinals team total over 4.5 at -135. Full game over 8.5 at -127. I'm on the Kansas City Royals first 5 money line +118. San Diego Padres first 5 money line at -133, and we're closing out the night with Tampa Bay, San Francisco, first 5 under the 4 at -113.
Sounds good. I'll let you finish it out today, Nick.
Yeah. Great show. We do have a question for you real quick. Oh, it looks like Fernando missed the show. Tim, where do we find the pod for the day? You never did an Instagram pod, did you?
I'm making it as we speak. You know what? It's not done yet, but I'll just show you the screen as I'm working on it. That's fine.
All right, we would like to know. We have a couple minutes here. We are still under the hour mark, so you're fine. What are we looking at for today?
We're looking at the over in the Astros game.
I love those Space City jerseys.
Yeah, I know. That's why I decided to use that one. That should be a route right for it. There you go. There's the play of the day. All I gotta do is share it. Yeah, perfect. All right.
See, I thought you know where I thought you were going to go with the play of the day. I thought there was going to be pinstripes involved. I thought you were going to go Yankees.
I almost did. I just can't do. I've already had the Yankees as my play of the day once. I'm not doing that again. Oh, they won, but it feels gross having them as my play of the day.
Fair. Fernando saying, good luck, everybody. Let's cash. Yep. Great show as usual, gentlemen. And we even had our favorite troll make a guest appearance. LOL. Best of luck, everybody. That's how you know you've made it, is when you have trolls and when you have haters. And we give full respect to the haters. Shout out to them because you make us AdSense as well. You get us views as well. And you help support the channel. Thank you, guys. Didn't get to bet anything yesterday. Had ganja event. 50 vendors and 100 people pop out. Nice. There you go. But that is everything for today's slate. We will catch you guys tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Going to do it for this one. Good luck, everybody.